Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to my evening news report right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin right now. Matt Mowers voted in 2016 presidential primaries in New Hampshire and New Jersey. Documents obtained by WMUR shows Mowers not in legal trouble because statute of limitations expired. Republican 1st Congressional District candidate Matt Mowers is facing questions about his voting record after documents show he voted in the 2016 presidential primary in New Hampshire and in New Jersey. The New Hampshire Attorney General's office said it is reviewing the matter but is not calling it an investigation. A look at Manchester voter rolls in Ward 3 shows Mowers, then running former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie's presidential campaign, voted in the 2016 First in the Nation primary in February. Documents obtained by News 9 shows Mowers registered to vote in his home state of New Jersey and in June cast a ballot in that state's presidential and state primary. Federal law bars voting more than once in any election, including in separate states for the same contest, such as a presidential primary. But the statute of limitations for voter fraud is 5 years. The revolution prompted a wave of criticism from Mowers' opponents in the hostile contested race for the Republican nomination in the 1st District. We cannot nominate somebody to go to Congress who breaks the law and commits voter fraud, said candidate Gail Huff Brown. So I do believe that Matt Mowers needs to think about his campaign, thinks about whether he drops out, thinks about whether he goes back to New Jersey. Voters deserve to know truth. They deserve transparency, and they deserve leaders who are not only going to talk the talk on election integrity, but walk the walk too, and implement those same practices in their own lives, said candidate Caroline Levitt. This is the type of stuff that proves what voters have been looking at, what we've been complaining about this entire time are completely real, said candidate Julian Asrode. It's happening all over the country. To be completely honest, if I were him, I wouldn't stay in the race. New Jersey Mowers has potential violated federal law by committing voter fraud, and I think people are done with predators, said candidate Tim Baxter. Mowers said his 2 votes were perfectly legal. I voted in total compliance with the law, he said. I voted in New Hampshire in the presidential primary when I was living in Manchester, and in a totally separate election while I was working in the New York area because I was working out of the Trump Tower, Mowers said. I then also participated in the process down there, totally in compliance with the law. Under New Hampshire's law, prohibited in prohibiting double voting if the election in New Hampshire and the election in another state are held on different dates and a person legitimately moves their location between the two states, they are in the clear. So the federal law would be more in question in this case. Nonetheless, the New Hampshire Attorney General's office said it is reviewing the information that has come to light. And that does it for this evening news report right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great evening. Good night and goodbye.